Hello, my name is Tony Bishop, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the roles and responsibilities of being a recruiter here at Connexus Search Group. This is a quick overview just so you have an idea of what you'll be doing. All right, so there's three primary roles: business development, recruiting, and account management. Those are the three primary roles. Business development, we'll start with this: finding new clients. So this is the hunting, this is the finding clients who want to use us to help them fill open searches. This is viewed as the most challenging aspect of recruiting because it is the hunting, it is the finding a new client who is going to be willing to give you an opportunity to help them fill open positions. You'll be competing against other recruiting firms, other recruiters who want this same business. And so you're going to have to use a lot of techniques, a lot of sales skills to get these new clients. It is not easy, but it is definitely doable. And the more you practice and the more you work at this, obviously, the better you'll become. Some of you may have existing relationships with hiring managers. Obviously, that's the easiest way to get new clients. We'll talk a lot about different business development techniques. We've done this for many years. We've studied the processes. We know what works. We know what doesn't work. You must do business development every day. Once you realize you are not attempting to get new clients every day, then you will realize soon thereafter that you're not being very successful. So you have to get leverage on yourself. You have to make yourself do business development, and it has to be a habit. This is where the big commissions are earned, mainly because this is just like a real estate deal where you have a listing agent and a buying agent. And if you can do both, if you can get the listing, obviously, if you get the listing, most likely you're going to sell the house. And the same thing with recruiting. If you can get a job search, we can find candidates for you. So some people in our business will do both. They'll do business development and they'll find the candidates for their same jobs. Other people like doing one or the other. And so some people just like doing business development. Some people just like finding the candidates. I will tell you more about that as we go. But the big commissions are being able to get new clients. Okay, so when we say recruiting, what we're talking about is we're talking about finding candidates. And so when you first start, you will think that finding candidates is easy because candidates are going to be coming to you, asking you to help them. And once they find out you're a recruiter, they'll be sending your resume, but that's not recruiting. Recruiting is finding the best candidates for our clients, not just any candidate. And so we have a very thorough interview process we take people through. And if you have industry, if you came from the industry, as a manager, then once you see the other side of the recruiting, you'll realize how much work we do as far as interviewing candidates, making sure the candidates are viable. Very detailed process, and we'll teach you how to do the interviewing and detailed extracting information. And when I say extracting, really the best recruiters, they're gathering information from their candidates that candidates a lot of times don't even realize that the information that they have, that the knowledge that they have is usually not conveyed in their resume. So usually we have to help them with their resume. We have to pull this information out of them. And part of it is for you to evaluate the candidate to see how good you think the candidate is. If the candidate can't give you any evidence of success, then obviously they're probably not successful. But if they can, then usually we have to help them through the process. We have to help them document on their resume. Most candidates have terrible resumes, and the information is not documented. We have to help them through the whole process. So we help them with interview tips and follow-up emails to the hiring manager. So this is not just throwing candidates over to the hiring manager and hoping that they see the virtues of the candidate. And it's about us working very closely with the candidate through the entire process. Okay, account management. There again, this is another tricky part. Some people don't realize how challenging this is, but account management is just working with the client or hiring manager. So this is actually once you have secured a new client, now you've got to help them. You've got a fee agreement. You've got to take a detailed job order. And so you have to really know what they're looking for. So job descriptions that they send to you are no good. They don't mean anything to us. We have to have a conversation with the hiring manager, usually 45 minutes to an hour. We're recording this conversation on a Teams, so we have a recorded transcript, but we're asking detailed questions. So taking a job order is very artful part of the process and very critical. A lot of recruiters just glaze over this part. They say, hey, send me a job description, and they think they know what they're working on, but they don't. You have to go into a lot of detail. The other part is we have to teach the hiring managers how we work, because they are used to working with their internal recruiters, and so they don't understand what we do for them. We give them a lot more service up front, and they have to understand that, because otherwise they'll be asking you for 5 or 6 resumes for every search. We are going to narrow it down to 2 to 3 candidates for them that are very qualified, very vetted, that have references already done. So when we give them candidates, it's not like what they're used to getting from the internal recruiters. Our candidates are vetted, interviewed, and ready to go. If you're not talking to your hiring manager twice a week through the process, then you're not going to make the placement. Trust me, you got to have conversations back and forth with them in order to help them work through the process. Common mistakes. This is something I'm going to tell you because this is very early in the process, very early in your training. New recruiters spend too much time with candidates. As soon as you change your LinkedIn profile, say you're a recruiter, then you're going to get candidates coming to you and just saying, hey, help me find a job. And you think you're doing the right thing by helping them. But if you're helping them, then you're not spending time securing new clients, because this is what you need to do when you first start. If you have a search assignment already that these candidates are a good fit for, that's okay. But you can't spend your time just helping everybody who's looking for a new job if you don't have a job for them. You can be nice, you can be cordial, you can tell them to send you a resume. You don't have anything currently, and we'll keep them posted. And maybe when you first start off, maybe you interview maybe 1 or 2 of those people just to learn how to interview. But if you spend a lot of time trying to helping candidates get jobs, and you don't have the search assignment, then you're just going to be spinning your wheels. Okay, so that's the beginning. Just want to give you the big picture overview of what recruiting is all about, and we will get into some more detail as we go.